Hey, what's going on, guys? I want to try something a little bit different with this video. Some of the videos I've done in the past have been very produced and with a camera set up and a script and everything. So I want to try this one, just kind of shooting from the hip, talking to the camera, and seeing if I like that style. But I want to talk about kind of why I haven't posted in a little while, and kind of what I want to do with this channel. And this channel, I really want it to be about helping people with weight loss, losing weight, getting in better shape, getting stronger too, and building muscle. But that's not something I have a ton of experience with personally. But losing weight is something that I genuinely think I can help people with. So kind of how I started my weight loss journey. People walking around in the hallway. It was about 10 years ago, funny enough. I think it was like around May 2016. And I used to play football. So I was an offensive lineman, and I was like 265, 270 pounds at my heaviest. I played through high school, and I almost played in college or like university. I had like a partial scholarship at my local university, but I ended up kind of packing it in. They wanted me to put on more weight and get bigger, and that was just something that at the time I didn't really want to do. And I was kind of like thinking I was maybe done with football, and I wanted to be healthier and lose weight. And I always like thought that I kind of took it for granted. I was like, when I'm done playing football, I'll just lose the weight. Like I always treated it as something that would be easy. I don't know why. I just always had the thought that I could just like a switch, turn it off. And honestly, that sort of happened a little bit, at least at the very beginning. I had some friends who helped me out. Like I remember being in the bar one time and seeing another friend of mine who used to be a big guy, and he had lost a lot of weight. And he told me like, oh, you just download MyFitnessPal and like start tracking your calories. And then I had another friend who kind of helped me out too, and he'd always been in really good shape, and he like gave me a little like meal plan, and I was eating like just the most ridiculous diet. It was like a bowl of dry Vector cereal for breakfast and a banana, and then lunch and dinner was like just like a serving of chicken breast and white rice with nothing on it. And I did that for a little bit, and I just kind of like tracked my calories, and actually lost a lot of weight pretty fast. I ended up losing about 60 pounds in like 6 months. I got down to like 220-ish. And I kind of got stuck around that time. And then I ended up, 60 pounds. I got down to like 200-ish. And sort of got stuck around that time. And then I discovered Kinobody. And I started doing intermittent fasting and kind of following all of that stuff. And found it pretty helpful, was pretty successful with that. And I sort of fluctuated around like often in the 190s. There have been various points where I've gotten down to about 180, like briefly, but never was able to sustain it. And my weight would bounce back up into the 200s sometimes, into the 210s a couple times. I would put the weight back on. And I feel like I've been in this constant like cycle of like trying to get to single digit body fat. And then, cutting, and then maybe I burn out or I just fall off or whatever. And then I kind of stop caring for a period of time and put some weight back on. I've never like ballooned right back up to where I was, but um, I've never like really hit my goal, and we're coming up on like, you know, 10 years now from when I started. Um, and the times that I've been stuck, honestly, there's been a lot of reasons. Like, there's been, you know, mental health obstacles in the past, like anxiety, some stuff that, you know, kind of runs in my family and stuff that I had run into in the past. You know, that kind of like slows me down. And I just sort of kind of fall off the wagon, and then it's always hard getting started again. And that's sort of what I had been doing from about 2016 till maybe like around 2022, 2023. And then in these past few years, I feel like I've really figured some things out. I feel like I have kind of uncovered some little secrets that have made a big difference for me. It made things a lot easier to sustain. I still haven't been perfect even in that time, but I've been through a few of these cycles in the past few years where I get really locked in, and then I kind of slip a little bit. But I've kind of developed some systems that keep me somewhat accountable, keep me, you know, at least a little bit locked in, even when I don't care as much. And it's not been super fast, but in the past year and a half particularly, I've really kind of like gotten closer to my goal. And right now, I'm about 184 pounds, which is pretty close to the leanest that I've been. I probably don't have quite as much muscle as I did when I was a bit younger. So my body fat maybe isn't the lowest it's been in the last 10 years. But I am approaching that for sure. And I'm pretty confident that I'll be able to hit it. And it's kind of because of these couple little things that I've changed. And it's just things that are really simple. The biggest thing, and the thing that I want to help people do, the thing that I want to teach people how to do, is to track not just your calories that you're consuming, but also an estimate of the calories that you're burning too. So when I track, I don't just track what I'm consuming, I actually track my deficit or my surplus. And the thing that has helped me the most is I'm not like crazy with tracking. I don't weigh everything. I'll absolutely eyeball stuff. I'll use like AI. I'll take pictures of food sometimes. But I always try to like always do a ballpark assessment of what I'm eating. And it just keeps me accountable. Even if it's a day where I go way over on my calories, I still kind of like write down that number. There are exceptions sometimes. I was just in Florida for a few weeks, and I did not track at all. And I didn't move very much either. And I just ate whatever I wanted, and you know, I was eating hot dogs and burgers and chips and key lime pie and going golfing and sitting by the pool. And it was great. It was kind of just a mental break, which I think is totally fine. And then I got back, and I kind of started up my spreadsheet again. And surprisingly, I haven't seemed to gain any weight on the trip. My first weigh-in after was like 4 pounds heavier than when I left, but I knew that was, you know, water weight and food volume and things of that nature. And so this like tracking system that I've developed, what it's done is the times that I'm like really locked in, I probably would be just as effective even if I wasn't using it, because I'm hitting my calories and I'm exercising, I'm getting steps in, I'm doing all those things I need to do. And it's just kind of a confirmation that what I'm doing is moving me in the right direction. But I find it more helpful for the times when I kind of struggle, because I think what's always happened in the past is I'll lose a bunch of weight and then I'll gain like really quite a bit of weight back and put me right back in the same place. And what I'm able to do now is the times when I'm dialed in, I will lose weight. And the times when I kind of would normally falter or, would kind of burn out, I keep this system going. And it allows me to maintain pretty well, even if I'm like trying to diet, because like maybe I'll be in a deficit certain days, but then there's birthday parties and all kinds of events on the weekend, and that pushes me into a surplus, and on the whole I kind of net out even. Or maybe I, over the course of a couple weeks, have like gained a pound in theory. It helps just make me go like, okay, I've kind of enjoyed lots of food lately. Maybe let's like sharpen up for a week here, try and get myself back down. And so I'm sort of riding the rhythm of life a little bit. I'm not, super being strict and hard on myself. I'm allowing myself to, when I'm able to, I lock in and I drop weight pretty fast. And then I go with the flow when I kind of hit these burnout phases. And I just do the minimum to keep myself roughly at maintenance. And so instead of like yo-yoing and ending up in the same spot, I'm kind of like moving myself down to the point now where I'm 183 and a half yesterday, 184.3 today. I'm getting pretty close to the lightest I've weighed in 10 years, which was about 180. I've never broken 180. And I think back to the thing I said at the start of this video, why I haven't been posting in a while, is because truly in my heart, I believe that I can help people. I really, really believe that my systems, what I know, works, and that I can help other people do what I've done and more. But the reason it's been hard for me to post is because I feel like my results don't speak for themselves yet. Now I've lost over 80 pounds at this point, which is impressive for sure. And I have a lot of experience, but I feel like I want to get to the point where I'm in really good shape, and it's just so people trust me more, I guess. Like, maybe part of this is I need to prove it to myself too, that what I know, what I do works. And then I'll be more comfortable kind of sharing it with people, working with people, because that's really what I want to do. I want to kind of work with people one-on-one and just understand the little struggles that they have, and hopefully, provide some solutions to them, little tips and tricks that I've picked up, as well as just a little bit of a system of accountability, and being able to talk to someone who's done it before. So that's something that I want to get to eventually. But even with people in my own life, like I can say that like, oh, I could help you lose weight or with this or that, or you should use my new, my spreadsheet or whatever. But it's like, I feel like why would they, trust me fully with that? Like my results need to be undeniable to the point where they're, people are coming to me and saying like, how did you do this? What did you do? And like for me, it's after being stuck for so long, like what finally changed. And it's been really simple things. And like I can share, the spreadsheet that I use, and you guys can use it too. But I just think that like I know what I'm doing works, but I wanna prove it first. So that being said, part of me in my mind was like, oh, I'll just wait until I'm in really good shape, and then I'll post all these videos. But I kind of think it's more interesting if I start doing some of it now, and there's you can kind of see the last end of the transformation. as I go here, because I believe in the system fully. It's just a matter of executing it now. And I think it's kind of cool if I can show that belief before it even happened. And then obviously having the results at the end makes it a lot easier to, to convince people to work with me so that I can help them too. So that's kind of where I'm at. So I don't know, maybe I'll show off my current physique here. So this is kind of where I'm at right now. Not flexing, just kidding. But yeah, that's, me at 184-ish. I probably have another 18 to 20 pounds to lose to be like very lean. And then I'm 6 feet tall. I have a lot of muscle that I need to add as well. But that's going to be the goal for the next several months here, is just going to be to keep slowly moving down, going with the flow too. Things might come up, but I'm going to at least stay accountable. And who knows, maybe I'll check in a couple more times and kind of talk about what I'm experiencing, things that are going well, things that I'm struggling with. Right now, I'm definitely in a pretty locked in phase, finding it very easy to hit my deficit, to get some activity in. And my projected weight is moving down and the scale is moving down too, which is always nice. So yeah, that's kind of it for now. I'm gonna keep going and check in with you guys. And if you guys are interested in this kind of stuff or have any questions, definitely throw a comment down below, and I will for sure get back to it, because there probably won't be that many. So you'll get like one-on-one response from me. But yeah, nice chatting with you guys. Take care.